Okay, I'm going to solve this problem by using the quadratic formula. 2x squared minus 6x minus 7 equals 0. Now, in order to solve using the quadratic formula, first you have to know what the quadratic formula is. That would be x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now you have to make sure that your equation is the right form to use the formula. You have to make sure that it's equal to 0 and that there's no terms on this side. And then the other thing is that you have to make sure it's in descending order. And both of those things are already given to us. It has x squared, then x, and the constant, and it's already equal to 0. So now we can determine what our a, b, and c actually are. Now our a is the coefficient in front of x squared, so that would be just 2. Our b is the coefficient in front of x, including the sign, so negative 6. Our c is the constant, which is negative 7. And now that we have our values for a, b, and c, we can just plug them into the formula. So we have x equals negative, b is negative 6. So we have a negative here, and our b is also negative. And then we have plus or minus the square root of b squared is negative 6 squared. Don't forget the parentheses. Minus 4 times a is 2 times c is negative 7. All over 2 times a is 2. Now x equals, these two negatives will cancel out and give us a positive 6. Plus or minus the square root. Negative 6 squared is 36. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Times negative 7 makes positive 56. All over 2 times 2 is 4. Then we have 6 plus or minus. When you add 36 and 56, you get the square root of 92 over 4. Now we can simplify this 92, and you always want to simplify the radicals if you can, because we know that 92 is 4 and 23, and we know that 4 is a perfect square, and the square root of 4 is 2. So we really have 2 square root of 23 all over 4. And now because all of these numbers are divisible by 2, you want to simplify that even further. You don't have to worry about this number inside of the radical, only the number that's in front of the radical. So you can divide all of these numbers by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so you don't have to even write that. You can just write the square root of 23. Over 4 divided by 2 is 2. So x equals 3 plus or minus the square root of 23 over 2. And that's our final answer.